What's going on, everybody? Welcome in. Welcome in. How are we all doing tonight? I see Cartier's here. Shotgun and Susie, welcome over. Greg, how you doing? Rick, got some people already up in here. How are we all doing tonight? So crazy, crazy ride. Silver still on. Just under 90. Still happy about my position. Just bought an ounce of silver. Cost me 86 bucks. Try to trade gold for silver today. No gold to be had. Yeah, I bet a lot of people are trying to convert like that. Then they're going to have to sell to the smelter in order to get the funds to buy the gold. How we doing, Donna? I'm trading some. I'm trading some paper tomorrow. I'm going to be selling some cards and making some money on those cards, and taking care of some obligations. It's just paper, so paper ain't worth nothing but paper. Might as well get money for them while somebody has money to pay for them. Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Just chilling scrap metal. So he had some platinum eagles, but they're on consignment. Yeah. But he wasn't willing to buy your silver and then let you buy the. Isn't that how they do it? At that point, just play the silver platinum ratio. That's what I would do. Oh, gotcha. I'm in Washington. I understand, Greg. I wasn't sure, like, if it was. See, when I go to my LCS, he has to on paper, as in buy my stuff, but he doesn't charge me tax on the sales. He eats the tax on the sales right now. What's up, Curtis? Now he'll probably only do that a couple of times before he's gonna have to pass the charge over to me. And at that point, all my money's just gonna have to go through like OC, who will send me stuff. What's going on, Nick? We'll send stuff and we avoid the taxes outright. So when I buy metals next, that's where I'm going to be buying, because I'll be buying more than 1 ounce. So I'll be buying a few. But my stacking will probably be a little stunted beginning of this year for a little bit. was paying $65 an ounce. That's garbage. He's a shark. I can do better than that with the guy at Chevron than what he's offering. And I can literally walk in the door and sell the guy at Chevron or AFPM or wherever an ounce of silver and get more than that. And I don't know him. He was coming off the street. Last I looked, it was $89.97. So if it's at 90 right now, that's cool. That means it's moving overnight instead of moving down. So, but still floating at 90 is nuts. What's nuts is what Surfer was talking about last night. The U.S. Mint not selling Eagles right now. That's crazy. Yeah, Darren's pretty cool. He doesn't do a whole lot when it comes to that stuff. He's paying $10 back a spot, is what you're saying? For you? Check the basement. Oh.
What's up, my brother?
What's up, brother? How you doing?
Nah, it's all good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I didn't see you there. Right, I didn't.
Yeah, it's all good. That's why I did check the basement.
Like, check the basement? What does he mean by that? No, I see you. Right on. What are you up to?
Yeah, same old, same old. Hey, I'm looking forward to tomorrow night's show with you and Bob, man.
Yeah, man. That's awesome. I can't
Can't
wait.
wait.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's awesome. He's helping me get some viewing hours.
Nice. Good for both of you, man. I'm happy to be part of it, man. I can't wait for tomorrow night.
Yeah, no, I already have the stream set up, so I'll send out the link here soon.
I won't come up tomorrow because that's Bob's day, man. You guys do you, man. You know what I mean?
I feel you. Right on.
That's why when you had your post up there, I saw the link. I'm like, oh shit, I'm getting on. I'm popping up.
Yeah, you can pop up anytime you want, Cheddar. You know that. You're up kind of late tonight,
bro.
You're up kind of late tonight. What are you up to? I can't believe you're up this late.
Yeah, I've been up a lot lately, real late. You know, not by doing, but it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Got some health issues between me and my mother, so my hours constantly fluctuate.
Yeah. I gotta respond to chat real quick. Greg, I don't know. He kind of has a different relationship with me. I'm not saying that like I'm special or anything, but I'm fairly confident that I can get a better deal than that. What's up, Avocado? What you up to?
What's up, Avocado? Hi, everybody in chat that I missed and didn't say hi to. I'm sorry. Hi. Again, I appreciate you letting me come up, Humble.
Oh, dude, you can come up. Like I said, you can come up anytime you want. John, what's going on? Just had a little safety meeting, and that was more of a cough than a sneeze. But
Yeah, I had that earlier myself.
sometimes, sometimes it tickles my nose sometimes, and I sneeze too. But no, I think that was more. But who knows? I've sneezed a couple of times recently. It's
So,
harder to do now.
so
Sneezing's
for the
harder to do now, Cheddar.
so for the next month, I apologize if you anybody that sees me on camera and you hear a bunch of rumbling behind me. I actually got new barrels for my tumblers, and my tumblers are actually tumbling again. I'm
Nice,
actually polishing stones for Bob and a few other people.
nice. Polished stones are cool. I have a
Well,
tumbler here too.
it takes time, but that's the noise in the
Oh yeah,
background now for me. I'm sorry.
tumbling does take time, but if you think about it, it takes millions of years off of the tumbling of the rock itself, just in its natural habitat, and makes it done in a week or a couple of weeks, depending on how fine you want it to go. But we have a tumbler here as well. My daughter's a bit of a rock hound. You know, Skylar loves rocks, so we
Oh
tumble
yeah,
through things.
I just got a new barrel today, or actually I got it yesterday. I just actually got it all running again because my old barrel wore out.
Well, the cool thing about
It's only a 2 pound barrel, but it does the job.
yeah,
I don't know
the
if
cool
you can
thing
switch up to the big screen, but that's Bob's rocks. He sent me back home with me. I don't know 3 months ago when I went and hung with him. He sent it back, and I finally got a new barrel, and I started them tonight.
no, that's cool. Um, ours is it's longer than that and about as round. I got it. It's a National Geographic one I got for Skylar. It cost me like $80 or some shit. Came with a bunch of rocks and a bunch of stones, but it's amazing how much quieter it gets as it runs. It has to build some sediment, and then it gets a whole lot quieter.
I bought this tumbler. It was $59.99, and I wore this one out because unfortunately the lip right here wore out where it don't hold the ring and it don't keep it closed no more. So they wanted $179 for the same setup I have, brand new, or $25 through a company for the barrel. I'm like $25, $10 shipping, no problem, done. I'm not spending $160 for something that it don't cost that much. When I bought it 10 years ago or 8 years ago, and I got a long run out of the original barrel, which is this one that's worn out right here. Like the lip don't even hold it anymore. There was an accident that happened; it burned all the rubber off. But for 25 bucks and $10 shipping, no brainer. Now I'm back for a couple more years. I'm good.
Yeah,
And
that's just for
she's
the new.
tumbling nice.
Yeah, that's just for the new barrel, though, right?
Yeah, that was for the barrel. For the whole system, I paid $69 like 8 years ago. Now they
Yeah,
want $189 for it.
yeah. That doesn't surprise me because hers was kind of expensive, and it's not chintzy by any means, but it's
No,
not over.
this is a cheapie. This is the homeowner hobby. It's cheap as shit, bro.
Yeah, but it works.
Oh yeah, works great. Sorry about the hand. Resetting myself. Oh yeah, it works great. I ain't bitching about it. It just took me a hot minute to find a replacement barrel for it, and I got the right one finally.
Yeah, no, that's good. Tumbling's awesome. What we did was I took because I cut a lot of the noise out because you set it on the counter or on a table or on a bench top. But if you put a towel underneath the actual mechanism itself, it dampens the amount of noise, but in half at least. So it quiets it up quite a bit if you fold the towel up and put it underneath the legs or underneath the actual, the tumbler itself.
I got green. I got pieces of green felt under the corners that box out exactly what that size is, and I've had it since the day I bought the first one because I knew about that trick. And that's quiet. I just started tonight. It's what 11. It's 12 o'clock. I started 8 o'clock tonight. So this is the first stage in the very beginning of
Yeah,
the first stage. It's going to take 7 to 9 days for this to get to the second stage. So
yeah,
it's going
yeah,
to be loud, but then it's going to just quiet up as it goes.
yeah. And then when you change the water, well, are you? I mean, you change it to the second stage. You change the water and
Oh
add
yeah,
different,
I
you know.
changed the
So
water, put a whole new grid in, all
yeah,
that.
but then,
Oh
but then
no,
the
dude,
water,
that cycle of rocks is going to take 2 months.
but then it gets super loud again.
Not
When
really,
you,
not this barrel. It's a rubber barrel.
no, 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 no. Just so what I'm trying to say is it has no sediment on the second shot and then on the third one, right? Because you're changing the water out, you're making it thin again. It's not all thick mud stuff like it was before because of all the sediment that's built up in there. That's why it gets
It's,
quieter and quieter.
it's not
So
so much the sediment. You're actually polishing.
no,
Yes,
I
it's a
no,
little bit of sediment, but you're rounding the rocks depending on what you
I,
put in.
I
So
understand.
right now
But
I'm running a coarse grit, and then from here, actually, hang on, give me 1 second. Hey, second. Step one is a 60 grit, 60 grit. That's 7 to 9 days, nonstop. And my second grit, or my second, again, I've been doing it for a while. My second is step two is medium grit, 220 grit. So I go from 60 to 220. And it gets the numbers get bigger, but it gets a finer grit. And it actually looks beautiful. Now, I do have, let me see if it's still here. Yeah, here it is. This thing looked like a beast when I first got it, but I polished that thing up nicely. It's a purple amethyst.
nice.
I've been sitting on this for a while because unfortunately I'm gonna have to use my Dremel and cut into it because I promised it as a necklace for somebody. I'm taking as long as I can before I gotta cut it. I really don't want to cut into that thing. It's so beautiful on its own.
Rapid and silver wiring.
Well, I
So
got a
you
ton of silver wire. I'm a scrapper, so I got tons of that laying around.
yeah, so wrap it in silver wiring and make it a pendant that way for a necklace instead of drilling into it.
Well, I still gotta groove it so the wire catches. That thing is so smooth all the way around. Ain't no wire catching it. Because the way I have to make the necklace for the individual is the big part's got to be down. Oh, shit, I dropped it. Sorry. But the bigger part has to be down. So it's hard without a groove on each side just to tie in the necklace. And I'm holding out, but eventually it's going to happen. And right now it's winter. I don't do any of that stuff in the winter because it's too cold here and it jeopardizes and makes everything so much more fragile. I'll wait till spring and summer.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I feel you.
Like it's killing me right now not being able to smelt half the crap I've been building up to smelt. I just can't because I'm gonna burn 3 times the fuel for one melt, where in the summer or spring I can actually burn can of fuel and have 3 melts. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I feel you.
Because right
I
now
feel
it's
you.
21 degrees here.
Yeah.
And
Let me
it's only going
respond
to
to
get
that real
colder.
quick. Hey, Kane, how you doing? Uh, John, yeah, well, that's funny. OC, how you doing? Welcome in, everybody.
What's up, Avocado? Let's see.
Rick says, I
Hey.
hope your mom gets to feeling better. I guess I did sneeze because everybody's saying bless you. So, um, sorry, I wasn't. I guess it was a sneeze. I thought it was a cough, but I was going to tell you, sneezing has to be pretty strategic now because I will sneeze my teeth right out of my face if I'm not careful. So
I'm
it's
right
kind
there
of
with you, bro.
hard to sneeze nowadays.
So while I got you on here, Humble, while I'm up here, I'll talk to you off live, but I'm considering on offloading my silver.
Well, you know I'm always a buyer when it comes to silver.
And that's why I'm bringing it up to you, because I got to fix my truck. Without my truck in the winter, my Hyundai don't get me nowhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I've got some stuff that I have to do, so I don't know if I will be able to put the funds together to do it. I have obligations, so we'll just have to talk after chat, and we'll go from there.
Oh, wait. Who the hell? What? Hey, Angry. Yeah, definitely. I'll be reaching out to you too, bro. Don't worry. This is the first time I'm making it known. I'm considering on liquidating because I need my truck, and it's not cheap to fix my diesel. And unfortunately, I ain't got the funds without liquidating. So Humble's the first one. You're right next because I'm calling. I was going to call you tomorrow. Actually, instead of talking online, I was going to call you tomorrow because I already know what you're into and you want.
Well,
I'm keeping my axe. I'm
to be
keeping that
honest,
axe you made me because that's awesome.
Cheddar, I would have to move some stuff around and make some moves. You might just go ahead and give him a call because I'm not sure if I'd be able to put anything together anytime soon.
I no problem. You've always been good to me, Bob, and everybody with the shit show with me and Bob, my channel, his channel, anything to do with me. You've always been good to me. We're gonna talk to you. But no, Angry was definitely my second choice because I'm not getting rid of what he. I just got and the mail call's coming out this week. All right, I'm gonna spoil it. Angry, I got your package. And he made me. I asked him to just surprise me. Made me
Yes,
a custom pour, and
yeah,
it's a
just
badass pour. That's not
awesome.
leaving my collection.
Yeah, so
I'm
just make a
liquidating
video
shit that
though.
I have an abundance of.
Make a video and make content of it so you have something to, but
No,
don't spoil
that's
it.
gonna be mail call on Sunday.
Okay, don't spoil it though.
Oh no! But Angry made me. I told him to surprise me, and he made me a custom pour. And for that, I love my man to death.
All
I
right, well,
appreciate him greatly.
definitely talk to him tomorrow because it sounds like
I'm
he's
talking to him
interested.
right now because I can see him punching up everything as we're talking. Sorry, Humble. I didn't mean to take over your channel. Drunk you silver. No, I'll be in touch, Angry. Definitely. I know you're in California, so it'll be noon for me. I'll call you, and for you, it'll probably be what Cali's noon to 8, 9 a.m., 8 a.m.
Hi, El. How you doing?
What's up, Bill? Say Nick, good to see you. Did you get everything? Did you get what I owed you? Say Nick.
So, welcome in everybody. How is everybody tonight? I appreciate everybody for stopping by, hanging out, saying hello. You all rock. Thank you all for being here. Yeah, L came in. L, how are you? Kane, I remember saying hi to you. Angry makes some boss fours. That's cool. Angry does make some cool stuff. Angry Warrior, if I was in YouTube, I would make you blue, but unfortunately I can't from here, where I'm at now. But if you pop
Am I a
by,
moderator?
make sure I'll make you blue.
Now all they're gonna do is hide his shit. I can't. I'm not a moderator. Sorry, Angry.
What's going on, Stack That Gold? Welcome
But
in,
humble
welcome in.
again. I just wanted to pop in real quick. I'm out because it's getting late for me.
All right,
Angry, I'm
bro.
gonna give you a shout in a minute. I'll see you tomorrow on Bob's on your show with Bob's 500 call.
Yeah, no, it's Bob's show. I'm just hosting it for him. But yeah, I'll see you
Your
tomorrow,
show,
brother.
you're doing Bob a solid, bro, and I love you for it.
All right, bro. We'll see you later.
Much love, bro. Thanks for letting me up again.
All
Love
right,
you,
man.
humble.
Bye.
Later.
Well, little cameo from Cheddar. And like he was mentioning, tomorrow I'm hosting B&B's Pater's 500 sub giveaway. He's giving away gold Pater's and silver tomorrow, you guys. So make sure you pop by if you can and come chill and hang out. I will be panning a bag of Pater. I already got it in the mail. I called a buddy of mine. Yeah, I called the Gold Baron. And he sent me a bag of Pater. So I'll be panning this tomorrow. Yeah, OC, I got you. Come on up, OC. So, you guys, like silver's going above $90 an ounce now. Are people buying still? Are you guys buying silver? Yeah, I will. Give me a second here. I gotta pop out and pop over. So give me a moment. I'll be right back. This is the show for tomorrow, you guys. Oh shit! That's not my YouTube one. That's the wrong one. Give me a second. That's not supposed to be there. I posted the wrong thing. It's on my channel. I'm sorry, guys. I'll have to pop over there. I'll get it. Give me just a second, John. I just gotta open up YouTube in a different page. OC, the link is live, buddy. I'm getting that link right now, John. Give me just a second. Okay, so this is the link for tomorrow's show. That's crazy. They're sold out already. Wow. You're welcome, bro. You're welcome. Thank you. Anyways, OC, are you gonna pop up? Kane's taking off later. Kane, thanks for coming by, bro. Appreciate you. Sorry I've been quiet. Just making sure that link works. I've been popping around getting people's links. What's up, brother? No, you're good. I wasn't sure. What's going on, Cartier? Oh, nobody's got to come up, but if they want to, they can. I am glad, though, that I am turning paper into money tomorrow. And I get a couple more high-end cards on the way. Some more of those stained glass jumbo mosaics. Silver diamond is almost $7 now. That is correct. 8 quarter-ounce 999 Buffalo rounds at $80. That's a good price. I know. Getting up there. Getting up there. So, if you got to just buy a couple of silver dimes a week or whatever you got to do, just keep adding to that stack. A little bit at a time makes a big difference. You know, silver's getting expensive. People are buying copper. Copper's going to start getting expensive eventually. I'm sure they're going to price it a little different when they start getting more copper in stock. Be a supply and demand type of thing. Just things are going up everywhere. What goes up does have to come back down, but it don't have to come down for a long time, and it hasn't even gotten to a point where it needs to start coming down yet, in a lot of people's opinion. Plus, especially with what's going on with all the new monetization that they're talking about doing with blockchain and everything else, making it more global and digital, it's going to be a whole lot different when it comes to fiats. That's why I'm my own bank. Want to pick up a 2025 Eagle Privy. My buddy has one. He was going to sell it to me for cheap, but I don't have any money. Just makes me want it even more. You know what I'm saying? When you see something, you want it, can't have it, you just want it more. Yeah, that's me. It just makes me want to try harder to find ways to make it happen. So 12 people up in here. I appreciate everybody for coming by. Thank you all. Let's see here. Upload the old YouTube channel. 681 subs. That is amazing. Thank you all. Hold on a second. I'm going to turn that thing down. Yeah, Cartier dishing up grilled cheese. Sounds good. So I have a dentist appointment on Wednesday. They're going to be taking new molds so they can recast and fix my lower plate. My top is pretty comfortable. Cold night hot cheese. That sounds like a sitcom or a movie title. Who are you talking to, OC? Are you talking to me? Because I haven't got anything yet. Shotgun Susie, you did make it. But you were here earlier, weren't you? Of course it is. Yes, it is. A nice thick tomato soup. And a tomato bisque, in my opinion, is better with a grilled cheese. And you got to use more than one cheese. I put more than one cheese on my grilled cheese. It's best if you use, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 cheeses. The more cheese, the better. But and I like a little spice to it when I'm dipping in a tomato bisque. So a good thing to get is if we have a Safeway and they have a tomato bisque from the Safeway and it's really good. You go and you buy a quart of that, and then you go to their bakery and you get their cheese jalapeno roll. It's the big loaf, and then you heat that in the oven for about, I don't know, 10 minutes where it gets nice and warm, and it rips really easy, and you dip that in tomato bisque. That is fire. But you're talking to a fat guy about food. I'm all about comfort food though. Grilled cheese is awesome. But with that bread, dipping that bread in the tomato bisque, oh man, there's just something about it. You can make a meal out of that all night. Cold in Florida. Wow, just sounds odd. OL, I am hungry. That is a fact. As a matter of fact, I want to go make some tomato bisque and some grilled cheese, and I got all the fixings of everything I need in there. Tomato is great on grilled cheese as well. Oh, that is 100% true. And ironically enough, you just have to use, you can't use a really super wet tomato for it. You have to use kind of a drier one so it doesn't, it lets the bread still crisp on the outside. But yes, tomato mixed in there is awesome. You can even sandwich the tomato in between the cheese. If you do your grilled cheese like I do, you do two sides face down, and then you put the cheese on and you let the faces grill until the cheese starts melting, and then you take them and you sandwich them together and then start cooking them together that way. But you can sandwich the cheese or sandwich the tomato in between the two cheeses, but you have to use a I don't know, a firmer piece of tomato. Makes a huge difference. Add a hamburger patty to it. It's great. That's just pretty much a sourdough melt. Depending on the bread you're using. I like to use, you can use all different types of bread, but I like to use, um, I like to slice out of a sourdough for my grilled cheese. It just adds something to it. Plus, the sandwich is much larger when you use sourdough in most cases. Our white bread is too soft for 99% of the world. And plus, we put so much sugar in our bread, it's insane. Tomato, mayo, and a diced onion. Yeah, well, the thing with sourdough is you got to make sure you have that start. And when you have one that's been cultured and living for many, many years, it's pretty cool. Just, I love sourdough bread. And if you could actually take sour, you can actually make it, Dutch ovens. You can do so much with a Dutch oven. You'd be surprised how much stuff you can actually do with the cast iron Dutch oven. making rolls and things like that in the Dutch oven are badass. It's pretty cool. And you do it over like a fire. It makes it even cooler. Yeah, see that's awesome. How you doing, D? I am on YouTube now, so if I can, if I can, down here. What's we got? If you do not turn to bake and get the Italian sourdough bread from Aldi, it has 3 ingredients and it's Bobby approved. Oh, we're doing good tonight, man. Thanks for asking. How are you doing tonight? So what's everybody doing except for making me hungry? Talking about food. I am super hungry. Most foods from Aldi are GMO. I'm getting an eating bowl, watching charts. Yeah, I'd be watching charts too. Charts are pretty crazy right now. Watching the way the metals move overnight is nuts. Well, I have tomorrow off, and it is a well deserved day off because I have been the manager on duty all week and I've been thrown into it. Not that I'm not down for a challenge, but it's all been pretty different and I'm a little tired and I'd love to have a day off and I have one tomorrow finally. So I am excited. And I have next week's day off scheduled too because I had to find coverage for me to have a day off. So I did that for next week. So I'm prepped on that, ready to go. I will be right back. I'm going to get some water. So 9 days before I get a day off, what the fuck? I don't work Sundays, so I'm guaranteed at least one day off in a 6-day stretch or in a 7-day stretch. But I'm the manager on duty right now, and so, you know, when the time arises, Brady wouldn't be Brady if the quarterback performed didn't go down. I forget who that was. I don't know why, but it's just drawing a blank right now. What's going on, Melissa? How you doing? Night OC. Yeah, are you feeling ill? So Greenland's moving troops in from NATO, which is nuts. I know the right. I know it is bad out there. You may have to not feel good this weekend. That's a shame. See, I don't mind getting paid double either. You know, they just won't cash us out. They make us take it. And if I don't take it, I'll lose it. So I have to take it. But I absorb multiple days throughout the year instead of taking one big vacation. So, like, I'll work a gauntlet, then a reverse gauntlet. So I have a 3-day weekend, and then I'll stack 2 of my paid days off with that. So it'll be a 5-day vacation. You know, shit like that. Really low volume? I'm sorry. Give me a second. I gotta do something here. I gotta turn this off. There we go. Is that better? Is the volume any better there, Susie? But they make us take it. If you don't take it, you lose it. So I'm not gonna lose it. So I just space it out. I get 20 paid days off a year. So the chart. What chart? The Kiko chart? Doing good, Reckless. How are you? You do have to know how to play the system because it is a system. Oh, man, you had me tripping there, Susie. We do need to increase the volume. That way the price goes up. But we just need to. I would actually rather, to be honest with you, the volume will be fine. It's still really early in the night. It's only 12 o'clock on the East Coast. It's going to go crazy. I mean, we're going to be in such a wild ride on this next run. I just, I hope you all are ready. Yeah, I was trying to figure out what you were talking about. And plus some stones, so that didn't help any. No shit. Fucking chill and tripping. I'm all chill and chilling, and you're making me all fucking trip about my volume. So I'm like, all right, can you hear me? I'm speaking up and shit, yelling into the damn camera. You fucking with me. Nothing hurts, man. Nothing hurts. After you've gone through what I've gone through, nothing hurts. I ain't tripping balls. Trust me, when I had my aneurysm, you guys, it fucked up some spot in my brain where my tolerances are. So, like, I can drink way more than I normally drink. I smoke way more than all of my friends smoke. So, I'm still smoking and dabbing and everything else, and they're all stopping. So, no, I'm not tripping balls. I just thought she was messing with me. I should have another toad. Shit, it might straighten my ass out. Honestly. Don't threaten me. Well, I can tell you, Melissa, that if you dollar cost average, okay, and you buy on a schedule, then you'll hit both times. So, if you just stick to your schedule, or if you don't have one, create one, because now would be a great time to have one because it'll help you stay structured with what you're doing, and it'll keep you on a track with your stacking. That's my first idea. And if you're thinking about buying silver, waiting this month or waiting until next month, I don't know if it's going to dip next month. But what I can tell you is that based off of what we've seen this whole last year, it's done nothing but increase substantially. So if we do have a pullback, Stacking Surfer was talking about this. He said until we get a 20% pullback, that's not considered a pullback. So even if we get to 100 and it dips to 90, that's not a pullback. That's just a dip. A pullback is 20%. So if he expects when it gets to 100 that we won't see a 20% dip until it gets to 100. And if it gets to 100, then we're looking at $80 silver, which is just about right where we're at now, anyways. So I don't. Yeah, I'm not a drinker, anyways. But I don't know if I would wait, Melissa. I just bought. I'm just thinking about buying now. I bought a couple of weeks ago. It was still at a high. I bought a couple of weeks ago and got a couple of ounces of silver that I've been stacked. I mean, I've stacked 3.5 ounces of silver this year so far, and we're going on to the third week, and I'm behind schedule, but I have other obligations that I need to take care of, so my stacking is going to be hurt a little bit. But my goal is 125 by the end of the year. And what's going on, Neil? If I'm hurt a little bit at the beginning of the year, that just means that I have to be, more diligent later in the year and find other ways to be able to add to my stack, which is what I'm trying to do now. But I can't add to my stack until I take care of a couple of things. Actually, one big thing. Melissa, I will tell you to do what you feel is comfortable. Okay? If you feel like holding, then hold. If you feel like you want to buy, then buy. But what I can tell you is that if you do buy, why don't you buy something small? Like some constitutional or something like that. So if you do buy, then you're only buying a couple of 50-cent pieces and a quarter, or whatever the case, right? So if it does dip and it does pull back, you're not really losing anything because you're gonna get that silver at back of spot in most places, right? So then you're not buying a whole lot to your normal plan just in case you don't feel bad on the dip. But honestly, there's a video that Silver Heist put out. 7 signs you're a good silver stacker. And it starts off with, you got silver, right? And you've got a plan, right? Step 6 or step 5 is you bought silver and it went up. Step 6 is you bought silver and it went down. Step 7 is that you have some gold, or no, step 6 is that you have some gold in your stack, and step 7 was that you watched the full video, right? So honestly, if you're gonna add, do as you would normally do or pull back a little bit, but I think that it's still good if you do add, because I'm on that type of schedule, and you can still keep to, if you fulfill it or not, you can still keep to the fact that you added to your stack in the month of January, if that makes sense. But I'm a little behind, but I will make up for my differences for sure. It's just going to be a little harder. I love the Dubai chocolate. My daughter is highly allergic to pistachios. So, as a matter of fact, a piece of the chocolate sat on the table for 10 minutes at my ex-wife's house, and it was removed. Apparently, that part of the table didn't get wiped for 2 days, and my daughter walked by and touched it, and her hand blew up. That way, if it does drop, you don't feel bad about your purchase, because you still added silver, and then you can add more when it does dip if that's the case. But whatever, yeah, it was pretty rough, bro. It was pretty rough. But keep in mind, I add I normally stack on a weekly schedule. So whether it's going up or going down, and I'm on a 20-year timeline or 15-year timeline, so I'm going to be stacking silver when it's well above what it's at now, anyways. You know what I mean? Most of that way you're still adding, you know, still adding that stack. That's the biggest part. Keep adding. No matter how small it is, you're still adding. Especially when dimes are almost $7 now. Oldest dealer in New Orleans area 60 plus open. Oh, you're talking about your LCS. It's a really good deed. So there's someone in your family as a kid. My daughter, my 11-year-old, when she does a chore, she earns a silver Roosevelt, and she's got a book that she's filling. She pans for gold with me. She's 11. She pans for gold, and has her own vial of gold up there. She is quite the little stacker. She's got ounces of silver as well. I get paid weekly. That's why I stack weekly, D. But yeah. Yeah, so my stack is my savings account. And I really, I do my best to not have to ever dip into my savings account. You're okay. It really just is what would work for me, Melissa. That's that's what I would do. Nothing I say is really financial advice or anything else like that. I just for me that's I mean you just still want to add to that stack, and if it does dip, then you can go and buy a little more and feel even more justified about it. I mean it wins both ways. I mean, I guess your only real regret in the long run would be that you didn't buy enough at the time if it does shoot up or down. But who knows? You can't predict what silver's going to do. We haven't been able to predict what silver's going to do for a long time. We all prayed for days like this and hoped that it would come, and here it is, and nobody knows what to do. Well, we all know what to do, but the world doesn't know what to do. What up, Block Blockers? Block Blockers, I created a short of you on the show the other night, and it's gotten quite a bit of steam. I've had quite a few people ask about your channel, so that's pretty cool, man. Your glow in the dark silver was a hit. Some pretty cool stuff you got there. Oh, I don't pay premiums. Really, I mean, I probably can show you 3 or 4 pieces, maybe 3 or 4 pieces that I actually paid full price for. Even all my graded ASEs and graded Morgans, that Carson City, the Carson City right there, that thing. I won that, an ounce of silver and 2 silver dimes in that guy's room that night. I spent $78, I think, or something like that. It was in the mid 70s. What's going on, Bear? You know, and that Carson City is worth like $450 is what the value of it is on the low, just the way it is right now. So I want to go get it graded, but I don't know if I want to spend the money. Afraid I might not get it back. I'd like to go to a coin show where they can grade it for me on the spot, but well, you use the word was, so that means past tense, right? So good job turning over a new leaf. You're a stacker, so you can't be that bad, or you wouldn't have a stack. So you must have turned your life around. Good for you. That Carson City, I don't know. I don't know. What would I get? At $450. If I traded that to my LCS for $450, what would I really get? I would get a couple of grams, 3 grams. I don't know. I don't know. I think silver's got a lot more room to move. And the more it moves up, the more everything is more valued, right? So even coins that have numismatic value that are silver, they have more value now, right? So I've got, I'd say I probably have 20 to 30 graded ounces of silver of some sort. Yes, it is. And we signed it. I've got a Stacking Surfer OG one coming soon. I might be able to get a Panda for it. I doubt it though. I don't think I'd get a full Panda for it. But I'll tell you what, if I took that, and so when I trade in the silver, in order for me to make it so it's a straight cost, straight, whatever, just in case it does pay back a spot, um, all of my graded ASEs and all that stuff's going to go because at the end of the day, it's just an ounce of silver. So if you can give me more for them, you guys having the weed debate right now? That CC will be mine someday. You would trade your GSA CC for that in a heartbeat. What are we talking about? Stack that gold. Trade it for what? You would trade my Carson City for weed? Is that what you're saying? $450 for my 1884 Carson City. Well, that's my 1884 Carson City. It's Schedule 3 now. Weed's a freaking plant. That CC will be mine. It's a narcotic. Weed, $450 for my 1884. Been smoking since 72. It's a plant. Cures over 800 problems. Shotgun says it's not a drug. Neil says, I don't have Carson City, but I got San Francisco. I got some San Francisco too. That's my only real Carson City. That's my only Carson City. The fact that it's in the GSA is even cooler. Um, and yeah, it was a pretty cool hit. It's an 1884 as well. And I compared it to my MS65, and I think it's cleaner than the MS65. And that would be nuts if it came back higher than a 65, being a Carson City in the GSA. That would be nuts. Because that would make that thing way more valuable to a collector. the Brittany Briner or Brittany whatever. So it's considered a drug in a lot of countries. You go to prison for life if you're caught selling weed in Malaysia, for instance. So it is considered a very bad drug in a lot of countries. Well, they're 90 percenters, and I've never heard of one getting a milk spot, but they tone. But I've never heard of them getting a milk spot. Yes, CBD is great. You know what, Rick? I have a pocket piece that I carry with me all the time. Yeah. I mean, it's bad for you. I mean, a lot of countries frown on it. It is not good for you. You know, it's full of tar and stuff like that. So, hemp's been used for many, many things for many, many years, and that's just a hemp is literally just a more industrial version of marijuana without the THC. So, and it's been used in ropes and clothing, and you can make shoes. I mean, you can make all kinds of stuff with hemp. So, and cocaine's been used for a lot of things to heal people too, and as well. So, I mean, there's a lot of stuff, you guys. Cocaine is man-made. That's correct. But I'll tell you, in Colombia and things like that, you would just chew on a piece of a cocoa leaf for pain medication. You know, so there's a lot of things that they use plants and found ways to make drugs out of them, but they have their natural things that they do. And that is the one benefit to marijuana. They only make it more potent, but you can't really make it a medicine. And you don't really have to modify it at all. You could just put it in the ground and do whatever you're going to do with it. You don't have to do anything special. It's a weed. It is literally a weed, you guys. That has tetrahydrocannabinol in it. Susie, I understand what it's called. I get it. I've called it weed in this stream. I've called it pot in this stream. I understand they increased its potency. And I know it's not the same stuff. They used to call that other stuff grass because it smelled like grass when you burned it. My dad told me all kinds of stories. Cops would roll by him and his friends smoking it on the corner. They didn't know what it was. They just kept rolling by, wave at them, and make sure they're doing okay. So yeah, I get it. It's a lot different than it used to be, that's for sure. The cocaine bear did get involved, didn't he? He was all about that shit. Have you ever smoked that Tide stick? You know, the stuff that's tied to a stick. Oh, I've got my own stories too, but here on the stream's not, you know. Okay, I get it. Yeah, Labrador. Labrador. Yeah, man. My dog got into my stash. Really blew his mind when I followed him around for 3 days to get it back. You mean we're smoking dog shit? We have cannabinoid receptors which must be nourished. Hey, Dave's not here, man. Hey, how's my driving? Yo, I think you're parked, man. Yeah, it was a good movie. It was a really good movie. It had a lot of good lines in it. Yep, Dave's not here, man. It's me, Dave. Open up. Dave's not here, man. Yeah, that was a really good movie. Really funny for its time. And Stacy Keach playing the cop, even funnier. I heard Dog's kind of greasy. That's funny, Rick. If you can actually get an album with the actual original paper in it, those are worth so much money because people roll joints out of them, like Cheech and Chong. Pee Wee, Paul Rubens, he's done a lot of stuff. Do I know who this is by Lardass? No. No, that's cool, Susie. Just meeting him would be cool, you know. I've met a few people, but they're just people. I think one of my favorite people I met was Mankind. He was pretty cool. You bought a 2026 calendar at the dollar store. Yeah, we have Dollar Trees here, but they're not a buck anymore. They're a buck and a quarter. Yeah, that was fun. I was at a bar here in Everett. I heard on the radio that they were having a This one it was WWF. They're having a WWF trivia challenge, and so I showed up, and there was like, I don't know, 5 or 6 people that were worth anything in the thing, but nobody was as fast as me on the buzzers, and I got all the answers right anyways. But at the end, the final prize was an autographed WWF magazine, and it was autographed by Mankind. And so I won that, and then, I won a drink token, and so I went up and I grabbed a drink, and I turned around, and he walks up, and he's like, "I heard you won the great prize, man. How you doing?" And yeah, it was pretty cool. It was really cool meeting him. Super cool dude, just down to earth, and that's what you find with a lot of, a lot of celebrities in a lot of cases. The only one that I really, was really kind of weird was Tony Hawk. But he was just, I mean, he was still into the big skating team and everything else, so it was kind of, it was different. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm kind of, I've done some stuff. I'm not as old as some, but I've done some stuff. Met some people, had some experiences. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It was pretty cool meeting him, you know, um, and yeah, just getting that WWF magazine was pretty cool, and him having it signed, it was awesome. No, actually, I know who those 2 people are. Well, I know their characters. I don't know them, but I know their characters. My dad, um, he owned a tow truck company in California called Llanos, and I don't know why it was called Llanos because he wasn't Hispanic by any means or Italian, so I don't know why the name even was what it was. But it could have been just because that's who we bought it from. Anyways, one of his clients was Alan Alda, which was hella cool. So I've met Alan Alda when I was a kid. I was pretty small. But I used to roll with my dad. So he would go off and do the morning part of the shift, and he'd come back to the house around 9:30, 10 and pick me up. And then we'd hang out the rest of the afternoon in his tow truck. And so, you know, mom would pack me a lunch, and I'd go with dad, and we'd be on his flatbed, and we'd be towing cars. What's going on, Ralts? And so, one time we pull up, and there's this red Ferrari that we're getting ready to pull up on the thing, and we're talking like, I'm talking like mid 80s, like 85, right in that realm, right? So it was one of the more boxier ones, whatnot. And this big tall black guy gets out. It was Will Chamberlain. Walks up, gives my dad a handshake, thanks him for coming by, says sorry, you got to come and tow me again, and towed him off to the dealership. Fucking Will Chamberlain. But the cool thing about that story is my dad hooks the car up onto the hooks for the flatbed, and you start using the winch to pull it up onto the thing. So he starts it, gets the tension, has me come over, and I finish pulling the thing onto the on the flatbed. Pulling a Ferrari up onto a flatbed when I'm 5.5, 6 years old, running the controls on my dad's flatbed. It was pretty cool. My dad was a badass like that. But growing up in California, you're more apt to see people like that too. Okay, so have you ever seen the interview with him and the Undertaker talking about Hell in the Cage? Because it's not choreographed the way that you think it is. That match, for instance, he only had ideas. They only had ideas of what they wanted to do. Oh, that's cool. He's a decent actor. I actually, you know, I like some of the stuff that he's done. I don't like some of the other stuff he's done. I don't know. He plays a good creep as a character, but I'm sure he's probably a nice guy. But you know, he's a good actor. I've never shaken hands like that with anybody, so I met Noah from the Browns. He was here in Northgate buying a ring for his girlfriend. He was going to propose to her. I met him at the Northgate Mall. No, it wasn't practiced at all. They only had ideas of what they wanted to do. So when uh, Mick Foley broke out that bag of tacks, he just had that idea in his head to do it, and he barely brought it up to Undertaker beforehand, and they were trying to find a time to do it within the match to do it. And finally, when he threw him through the top part of the cage, which he didn't expect it to break on him, threw him through the top part of the cage, Mankind kind of mentioned that he knew it was going to hurt, and it did. So yeah, you got to watch that interview if you can, you guys. That was a pretty good interview. I know, I know he played Jesus in the Passion. He played another one. He played another one where he. That's like the only role that he wasn't. That I don't find him. Yeah. Anyways, he was in another role where he was actually a murderer, killed a whole bunch of people, whole bunch of Navy people and military forces on a ferry, and that had Denzel in it and somebody else in it too. Catwoman, Catley. No, it wasn't her. Another girl that would look like her. Night, Melissa. Have a good night. Rick Derringer, huh? Yeah, I mean, like I said, they're just people. But hey, you guys, we're pushing an hour and a half. I got to get some food in me. I'm starving. All this food talk about food has just done nothing but make me hungry. So you guys, I'm gonna split. Um, I will be streaming tomorrow. I got a bunch of shit I got to do tomorrow. We will be on the shit show at 4 o'clock. Well, not the shit show at 4 o'clock. We'll be on my channel at 4 o'clock doing Bob's 500 sub giveaway. I'll be painting some pay dirt, and he'll be giving away some gold and some silver. So you guys, please stop by. I'd love to see you all there. I will definitely acknowledge you if you're there because I will be on my laptop just like I am now, but I will be painting. So if you guys want to stop by, I'd love to see you. Oh, he actually has a scar from being whipped. Yeah, see, that's the thing is most people are just people, actors or not. But you guys remember, stack what you can where you can. Even if it's just a little bit, you're afraid of the dips and the highs and the lows. I get it. Reckless, reckless. I will catch you on the next one. Let me see if YouTube's still up so I can. Nope, it's not up. I'll catch you on the next one, Reckless. I'll make you blue. Other than that, you guys have a great evening. Stack what you can where you can. Nothing I say is financial advice. You know all that horse shit I'm supposed to say. Anyways, you guys have a great evening. I'll see you all tomorrow. Later. That is cool meeting somebody, buddy. Especially if it's by chance. Night, everybody.